NBA OG Charles Barkley is known for his criticism, and that attitude broke a close relationship he had with Michael Jordan. Still, he recently announced he wants to repair his broken relationship with the NBA greatest of all time. While Jordan is known to be a jerk and doesn't always take criticism lightly, what could Barkley have said? Also, this video will discuss the top 7 scenarios of Michael Jordan being just plain mean. Starting us off, Charles Barkley wants to improve his damaged relationship with Michael Jordan. And what did he say to cause the conflict initially? Although they were rivals in the NBA at one point, Charles Barkley and Michael Jordan became good friends after their respective careers ended. But it appears that their relationship isn't doing well right now. Why is that? Charles Barkley previously defended his decision to criticize Michael Jordan for failing to surround himself with better people when running the Charlotte Hornets, saying that this was why he lost Jordan's relationship. Michael Jordan is not someone who takes criticism lightly. According to Barkley, I believe maybe me and Michael were close friends. That's probably the most noticeable part. When speaking with Jim Gray and Tom Brady recently, Barkley added, "The loss of Michael Jordan's friendship was the most noticeable thing that happened to me, but I was being open and honest about my opinions." According to Barkley, the hardest thing about Michael is that he has to surround himself with better people. The hardest part about being famous is paying for everyone's meals and beverages when they fly on your private plane. However, only some individuals will be completely honest with you because of this. Again, in an interview with Taylor Rooks, Charles Barkley expressed his desire to mend his relationship with Michael Jordan. He explained the circumstances surrounding Michael Jordan's decision to break their friendship, saying that if he were to see Jordan today, he would like to get past the incident and go back to playing golf and having fun. Barkley claims that it was a terrible scenario for both him and Jordan. First and foremost, he had to perform his job. Even though Michael Jordan was his close friend, he could not protect him while criticizing other coaches and general managers. Charles Barkley added he didn't believe Jordan had a strong enough front office supporting cast to succeed. That was something Barkley uttered without hesitation. We have yet to communicate since he took it as an offense. When Barkley was asked what he would do if he saw Jordan, he said, "I would tell Michael Jordan, I said what I believe. I apologize if that offended you. Let's move over this nonsense and begin playing golf and having fun." Even if the two legends' relationship is broken, reconciliation is possible. Charles Barkley's desire to win back Jordan's relationship is evident, but it's also clear that he expressed what he thought was correct. Unfortunately, Charles Barkley's remarks offended Michael Jordan, but perhaps enough time has passed for the wounds to have closed. Next, let's review the top instances of Michael Jordan being rude. The 7th on the list is the Jordan Hall of Fame's sore winner speech. You can be certain that this particular story is entirely true. The acceptance speech for the Hall of Fame is meant to be humble and sincere. It's meant to be a time to reflect on positive NBA experiences and to thank friends and family who have helped along the way. The essential word "ought to be" does not appear to apply to Michael Jordan. At the very least, the address was heartfelt. Jordan also gave the public a glimpse into his thoughts and feelings throughout this 23-minute cringe-a-thon. According to ESPN contributor Rick Riley, nobody was spared, including his high school coach, high school teammate, college coach, 2 professional coaches, college roommate, professional owner, and professional general manager. He didn't even spare his kids. While criticizing virtually everyone, including everything in his life and the Hall of Fame itself, Jordan only gave 6 thanks. It was classic Michael Jordan. Then we have the forced game of golf next on the list. Michael Jordan doesn't play basketball as frequently as he once did, and his focus is largely on the golf course now that he is retired. According to others, this was where it happened in the summer of 1992. Before dominating the competition at the Olympics in Barcelona, the renowned Dream Team was practicing in Monte Carlo. One day, Jordan was taking part in a round of golf with his instructor, Chuck Daly. It came down to the wire, but Daly finally won by 1 shot. Daly committed to never playing another round against Jordan after learning when to stop while he was ahead. Jordan is a competitive person, so of course it wouldn't fly. He refused to accept defeat. Columnist Rick Riley describes what happened in a Sports Illustrated piece. Jordan rang Daly's room the following morning at the break of dawn. When he knocked on Daly's door and got no answer, he headed straight to Daly's room. Then Jordan hammered away. He refused to go until he had his rematch. He received it, and he won by a hair's breadth. But what else would you expect? While Jordan's inability to accept defeat helped him become the greatest basketball player, it is also said to have led to petulant and unsavory conduct. Then there's the time Michael Jordan punched Steve Kerr in the face. Steve Kerr, a TNT analyst now, recounted a story about when Michael Jordan established his leadership on the Dan Patrick Show. Kerr said he disagreed with Jordan once. "He punched me in the face," he added. That incident occurred during a training camp scrimmage when Kerr took exception to something Jordan said and didn't hold back from expressing his thoughts. Kerr considers it one of the nicest things that could have happened to him. He needed to stand up and confront Jordan. Kerr said he won some respect and has had a great friendship with Jordan since then. You have to prove it, and you're fine once you do. Kerr walked away from the incident after receiving a fist to the nose. Kerr and Jordan never had a falling out after that. He didn't hesitate to pass to Kerr in Game 6 of the 1997 NBA Finals, who calmly sank the game-winning and championship-clinching jumper. Everything everything else is history. Jordan fooling Charles Barkley is another classic one. The 1993 NBA Finals featured a matchup between the league's two greatest players of all time, Charles Barkley, who played for the Phoenix Suns, and Michael Jordan, who played for the Chicago Bulls. During the championship series, they went golfing because they were also close friends. The day before the fourth game of the Bulls-Suns championship series, the Bulls were leading the series 2-1, according to Bulls assistant coach Johnny Bach. Charles Barkley and Michael went golfing. They played 48 holes. Michael also purchased a $20,000 diamond earring for Charles. What was that for? Johnny questioned MJ. He won't be in my way for the remainder of the series, so what's $20,000 to me, Michael said. Charles considers us to be close pals. I despise that fat F. Jordan scored 55 points in Game 4, and Barkley didn't touch him. It seems like Barkley needs a few new friends. Why do you think Jordan would say something like that? Also, Jordan bullying Bill Cartwright is another instance of Jordan being a When one of Jordan's few colleagues is released by the Bulls and a player from a rival squad is added, you know it's terrible news. That is, however, bad news for that player. According to Eric Freeman of Yahoo Sports, after the Bulls let Charles Oakley go and signed Bill Cartwright, Jordan was upset about losing his friend. He took it out on Cartwright by dubbing him Medical Bill and purposely throwing passes that were tough to handle at him in practice to attract attention to what he believed to be his unreliable hands. With Michael Jordan, Cartwright went on to defend the paint against superior centers on other teams, helping the Bulls earn 3 championship rings. Jordan might not have liked to admit it, but Cartwright's poor hands played a significant role in Jordan's success. Finally, let's discuss the top 2 moments when Michael Jordan was a jerk. The second is when MJ destroys Muggsy Bogues. After Jordan's widely anticipated return to the NBA in 1995, he didn't hold back when the Bulls faced the Charlotte Hornets in the first round. According to former Chicago Bulls assistant coach Johnny Bach, Muggsy Bogues was being guarded at the crucial moment when the Hornets trailed by 1 and had the ball. This was the game's most crucial possession. Jordan stepped back and said, "Shoot it, you effing midget." Muggsy missed. Muggsy told Johnny Bach a year later that he thought that one play was why his career was destroyed. He never got a shot back. The next year, Bogues' career unquestionably began to deteriorate. It's debatable if Jordan was the major cause of this. Last on the list was when Jordan cheated on old lady in cards. The worst and most flagrant instance of Michael Jordan acting like Michael Jordan occurred off the court. Instead, it happened at teammate Buzz Peterson's house in North Carolina. What occurs is as follows. Michael Jordan is invited to Peterson's house to play cards with Peterson's mother informally. There is no money at stake, just a simple, pleasant game. Peterson, however, discovers Jordan trying to cheat when the older woman stands up to use the restroom. MJ attempted to cheat because he wanted to win at any cost, not to gain money. The simplest way to put it is how author Chuck Klosterman puts it, and because the character in this narrative is MJ, the story is lovely. Buzz Peterson probably wouldn't share this story if it had involved his mother and a stranger he met in Anthropology 251. If he had, the story would now be about when he took the maniac home for Thanksgiving. That's a wrap, guys. Do you think Jordan and Charles Barkley can resolve their differences? Do you have any confirmed cases where Jordan was a jerk that should be added to the list? Please leave your thoughts in the section below and follow us on YouTube for similar news. And thanks for watching.